welcome back to Let's Play Dead Space. I'm BurningDogFace. And last time I upgraded to the level 4 engineering rig, and that's nice. And we're making our way back towards the big button to launch the SOS Beacon. Start things off by giving a shout out to Ragnarok1945, who pointed out a correction. In the hologram where we saw Jacob Temple casually leaving engineering, or I guess that was mining, it was the force gun that Temple took, not the contact beam. The force gun is colored yellow, the contact beam is red. My bad. Ragnarok adds, while it's never been proven in the game, my theory is that Jacob sounded so calm because, due to all the machinery hazards, the mining deck was one of the last places to get overrun by the necromorphs. After all, back in the control room, Isaac had told Kendra of the traps the miners set in order to hold the line. And then notes a thought that led me on a train of thought. You forget that the marker is alien technology. Just as we have no experts on aliens, the same holds true in reverse. An alien isn't going to know what's best in human anatomy, so I'm not entirely surprised with the way they treated the corpses. And I had a thought about that given that we don't know anything about where the markers came from, it's not entirely outside the realm of possibility that this isn't supposed to happen. Did I mention this already? I meant to. I don't think I did, though. Saying that, what if, when alien physiology is exposed to this, it gives them visions of beautiful vistas from all over the universe instead of complete madness, and it heals anything that's injured about them, as opposed to killing them and turning them into monsters. That would be wild, if this whole thing was just a byproduct of something meant for a completely different species. And shout out to Toric00, who says, I just needed to see somebody triumph over visceral evil today, so thanks particularly today for making this series available. So, hey, least I could do. Yesterday was, rough for a lot of people. I only noticed this while going over the footage, unless a guy drops down in front of me, that, 2 of the tethers are listed as exterior, and 2 of them are listed as interior. I'm going to go ahead and assume they're not actually grafted onto the middle of the giant chunk. So maybe they're talking about, like, the big one down below. You know? Maybe it's just, like, 2 on the very edges of the thing and 2 on the, middle to keep it balanced.
Clearance confirmed.
400 credits.
Clearance confirmed.
Another 400 credits. I feel like, especially given the fact that it's, credits, there's a lot of money just left lying around on this ship. Like, goddamn. Alright, here it is. Launch tube. Load beacon.
Administrator access granted. Prepping launch tubes.
Ooh.
Error. Launch tubes obstructed.
No!
What was that?
The miners must have booby-trapped the launch tubes, too. They're scrap.
Well, that's great. We can't just toss the beacon out a window.
Yeah, there's gotta be something.
Well, technically we could.
The asteroid. The one in the mining bay for smelting.
What about it?
If I attach the SOS Beacon to that asteroid and then launch it away from the ship, we'd get a clean broadcast.
And you'd get yourself killed. The machinery in there is still running, Isaac.
So turn it
We
off!
kept those things out, too. This is our best shot, Kendra. I'm taking it.
Crap. Objective failed. Plant the SOS Beacon instead of launch the SOS Beacon. Also destroy the gravity tethers. That seems like a great idea. Destroy interior tether 1 and 2, and exterior tether 1 and 2. I didn't think that would become relevant. Like, immediately. Or at all. down there. It's gonna be a fucking party full of necromorphs. What an incredible surprise. I wonder. I guess this beam that's pulling the things through the rings is much stronger than a kinesis module because I can't pull any of the rocks out of it. Wait a minute. I just realized. There's two on this side, but not on the other side. I could just use that shorter box over there. Doesn't even look like it should work. Okay, okay. Perfect. What? There. Much better. Oh. Going this way anyway. That's fine. That's all good. Oh, you're a mess. You're not getting back up. Wait, I was just in there. I don't understand. Oh, right, duh. There was more than one door in here. Alright, I'll save it then. And through the door into the mining bay. Oh, hell no, exploders. For the record, buddy, this is what it feels like. Shoved a red barrel right up his nose. There's a chunk of torso here on the floor next to me. Oh, what am I doing? There's a store right there. I should sell that semiconductor. Your purchasing history has been updated. Oh, that's ominous. God, I can't even imagine how much more invasive that sort of thing is. Ah, what the hell? There's also a bench here, and I did find an extra rig. The text log is back. Am I going insane? You watched me pick that one up. I didn't even load the game or die since then. Is it pulse rifle? I didn't think that would work. No adjacent, no detected. No diagonals. I mean, there's no line there, so duh, but... Fine, increase reload time from 1.95 seconds to 1.74 seconds. That's a really weirdly specific thing to do. and also this. Isaac doesn't do anything when I use the health or stasis recharge items. It's just his health or stasis goes back up. It's like with the doors. Nobody does anything, the doors just open. It just knows. Yeah, that's the trick. You gotta walk up to the door and then think very clearly, very smoothly, I wish to open the door. Et voila! Thank you for the 100 credits. Wait a minute, did I've noticed, by the way, they changed something. The right arms of the exploders are no longer turned into the exploding bag. It's now you see their right arm sticking out of their shoulder right next to it. It's a new limb made entirely out of just random meat. It's very steamy in here. 100 credits. I like this. It's just a shelf full of stuff I can't possibly use, like what appears to be bleach, some random tools that I do not think are very good for cutting off limbs. Your safety is in your hands. Work safely today. The cover of the game was just a severed hand floating in space. But it didn't look like that. Putting these guys in these extremely tight quarters is very clever of them, I must say. Elevator shut down. Good, good. That's not a problem at all. I'm going to walk away so this door closes and cuts that body in half. Any day now. Maybe it didn't have a door in it. Where the hell am I going to get a power battery? Nothing seems to be up, just cables. There's not even a proper ceiling in here. It's one of those areas that's so heavily practical and industrial that there's no room for anything pretty. There's just things to attend to, machines and cables and such. Maybe I could pull it out of the wall back there for the other elevator. There's a necromorph sitting on the elevator platform. Isaac just started looking up there. Just oh, the fan in that vent. I suppose. No. Oh, you're not. Or you're the best liar I've ever seen. Now, this is a totally intact slasher. It's just dead. I'm now very certain it's dead. This way. Imagine how much power this thing must be capable of spitting out. It's the size of a fucking car engine. And another exploder. No. Oh, you're not an exploder. Oh! How did I kill him without shooting any of his limbs off? When I took his head off, that doesn't do anything, barely. Well, I'm not going to question it. I guess I did question it. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. We're just going to keep going. We're going down. I was not expecting down. I think there's even any safety measures to prevent people from getting squished underneath the elevator. Watching you. I'm watching you too. near that vent. And maybe they just decided not to do that in this one. We met the Swarmers forever ago. Gold semiconductor, thank you, and 2 stasis packs. How dare you make such implications about my family name? Well. Sorry, buddy, but let's face it, a closed casket funeral was definitely in your future to begin with. I mean, if the theory was right, that thing was slowly turning into a necromorph right now. In fact, it probably hasn't stopped, just because I stomped it to pieces. Shout out to F. Drake, who has a question about that, well, actually, I think I still have that. There's a question about... I guess it'll be up here. Oh, wait, side missions. Yes, yes. I think it's this one. Yeah.
Oh,
Nicole?
God. I'm so sorry, Isaac. Look at the time difference. I'll call you back later.
F. Drake's question is, why is it Isaac's recording? Nicole's signal breaks up at the end, but Isaac remains on the line. And yet, it's Nicole who had the recording. So you're right, that's a very good question. It's not like she could have gone back to Earth to get his recording. You know, she recorded it here and hasn't been back home yet. I went and checked out the first episode of Dead Space 2, and it's true that does play in the opening. Along with a video recording. The reason Nicole is so quick to realize, oh, the time difference, is because when the video comes on, Isaac's lying in bed. But, yeah, it's another word-for-word thing. Except that last bit where Isaac's like, hello? Hello? Nikki? I'll have to call you back. Like, that line's just gone. Watching you too, you rusty piece of shit. What's over here? You see something that makes you look down? Look up. I learned that from a fucking TV show about Vietnam. I guess these both lead to the same room, but I'll just go in the one they're pointing at because I'm a good boy. Oh boy, that is a really big chunk of rock.
Entering 0 gravity.
Is that one of the tethers? It's enormous.
The asteroid's held by a few gravity tethers. There's no emergency shutdown. I'll have to disable them the hard way. Plant the SOS Beacon on the surface.
Okay.
There's a giant spinning wheel here with its edge facing the asteroid, and it's just creating enormous strands of electricity that are shooting all the way across the room, like 40 or 50 feet, to reach this machine at the very bottom of the asteroid. I assume it has to be one of the gravity tethers, except I only see 2 of those, one on the ceiling and one on the floor, as opposed to 4 of them. I also note that the asteroid itself has 2... It's roughly circular, and there are 2 bars running in half circles around it. They kind of remind me of the support on a globe. And every once in a while, they just swing from the right side to the left side, or the top to the bottom, or vice versa, depending on, you know, which one they are and which side of the cycle they're on. That's what that sound is. Just carefully walk under these strands. Oh, right, yes, I know it's 0 gravity. Either that or that corpse is really, really wasted. Forgot the laws of physics. I guess touching those things would be very bad, the way they sweep across the surface of the asteroid. Okay. Oh, it's got fuses in it. Oh, maybe not. Thought I was just hitting the cover every time, but no, no. Ooh, wait. Stasis recharge cell, duh.
Caution. Gravity tether disengaged.
Destroy interior tether 01. Oh, a leaper. Great. Love that. You know what? Come get some, shithead. Oh, hell no! Why the hell did it just shrug that off? Didn't shrug that bitch off. I'll tell you that. Oh boy. Ah! Oh, right. Yoink! Oh, I hate when they do that. Just fucking Superman move. No! Gonna go ahead and use this large med pack. It's been so kind to drop for me. What am I doing down there? Oh, that's much better. Really? I don't think that made any sense, but I'll accept that. You, get over here. Oh boy. There's a lot going on in this room. You think they were genuinely just waiting for me? Now how the fuck am I going to get outside past this? Maybe it'll open up for me after I break the other one. But I guess we'll have to find that out in the next episode of Let's Play Dead Space. Any final thoughts I want to read out here? Yes. Shout out to Gundy's Lackey, who says, I always wondered, but aren't pregnant necromorphs females like spitters? I would think so. I can't remember if it's ever stated at all. Maybe later on in the timeline. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not sure of this, because the entire abdomen is completely distorted by the enormous birthing sac, to use the unpleasant actual term. And, but, you know, when it's a spitter and not a slasher, you can tell because it sounds like it used to be a woman. Like, it sounds like a female voice actor just screaming at the top of her lungs in the recording booth. But when the pregnants are there, it's really heavily modulated. But it sounds to me like they're all dudes. I remember in the original series, I kind of thought that was an intentional irony. The ones called pregnants can only be men. But, I suppose that, I mean, honestly, you know, no hair, facial features often distorted by the huge tentacle thing coming out of a pregnant's mouth. I've heard people refer to them as elephants of doom. Okay, we'll have to just pay closer attention next time we find some of those. I'm BurningDogFace, and I'll see you next time when we get on with wrecking this system and shooting this asteroid off into space. Till then, have yourselves a great day, Burning Dog fans. Later.